Okay, Chris, let's make you moderator. Moderator. Add as moderator, managing moderator, and Foxy. Add as moderator. Okay, both of you are now back to being my moderators. Welcome back, Vanilla Pie. They are my moderators from my other channel. Yeah. So, okay, we have some donations happening. So we're going to start off. I don't think Alyssa is in the room. She might not be here yet, but we will start with her reading. I'll hopefully get her a link to the channel. Let's just check if she's there. So we've got Vanilla Pie. Hello. Alyssa, you're here. Okay, Alyssa, so your question was you want to know the feelings around CS, was it? CS? Um, all readings are for entertainment purposes only. It's in the disclaimer written on my channel there. So CS, we're doing a mini reading for you. So if anybody's interested in the donations, we have the two girls here helping today, really Chris and Foxy. So yeah, donations are, the payment information should be on the screen. And yeah, I'm hoping for my, what do you call it, the Stream Elements to link in and start putting the information on the screen. Yeah, when I get home, I'll have to check that all out and make sure that it starts up sooner. I think it might wait a certain amount of minutes. I didn't notice it yesterday. Slimmer, it could be what I'm wearing or something. I have been going for walks. Like yesterday, I walked too much. No, well, the day before we walked during the day, and then we went for a night walk. I was supposed to take the thing that holds my phone and do video of me walking live for the channel. It was nothing to do with readings. It was just going to be walking live and streaming where I am so people can have a look. But yeah, luckily I didn't take it because last night it must have been, I was standing cooking for 2.5 hours. I kept sitting down having a drink of water. I was cooking beef pork lasagna or whatever for my husband, and I was cooking vegetarian lasagna for myself. Mine took so much longer. It's so much easier to make the beef one. But yeah, it was a lot of cooking. It was a lot of heat. I was sweating to death. I was angry. I was standing on my feet. Anyway, we went for a walk. I wanted to get out of the house and go down near the ocean. And I only was walking for about 15 minutes. And then the ankle that I snapped last year, if this is your foot and this part, the inside of the ankle, it was on the inside here. It just felt like someone was getting a knife going like this into my ankle. It wasn't where it actually was broken, which was on the outside. I just think it was, I didn't have the correct brace on my ankle, Chris. You know how you said that with the ankle brace and stuff? I wore a cheap, nasty one, which is just basically like a bandage wrapped around the ankle. And it just proved a point that the proper support, the ankle brace, which I've got on right now, is doing something. I had to hobble back in the dark. My husband had to walk all the way back to the marina area to get the car and bring it around to, I had to get to the beachside car park, and he had to get back to where the car was down the other end. And I was limping, and then I took the thing off, and I'm rubbing my foot and putting it back on. I'm thinking, oh my God, I should have wore the proper brace. I was thinking I didn't need it, but obviously I did need it, and I'm probably going to need a brace on the ankle. Yeah, I think it's my age, Chris, too. Like, I mean, you're half my age. So I think the fact that I'm older and I've got, you know, like arthritis conditions and things like that in my back and my neck, I'm supposed, I reckon I've got it in my ankle. So I'm probably going to have to wear some kind of support around the ankle all the time. All right. What's that? Who are we talking to there? Oh, you and your mum. Yeah, you haven't connected for a while. Okay, let's get on with it. Alyssa, your reading was about CS, correct? Let me just go back and see. Alyssa, yeah, you want to know mini reading. So, for those of you who are new here, this is a donation reading I'm doing right now. This is a mini reading. So, this is what you get for US dollars, 10 US dollars paid to the donations made to the PayPal or the Cash App. I might take these off. I don't think I need them. It's very grey here today. Alrighty, let's get on with this. First reading live, proper reading live for quite some time. Okay. So here we go. Alyssa. I mean, I've done a couple of private ones over the months, but haven't done any live stuff. Alyssa, you want to know about CS, his current feelings towards you. He's been looking at your social media platform. Alyssa. Oh, you know who I haven't contacted? Rocky. I have to contact Rocky. Okay, so with the mini reading, we do 5 of the poker deck, and then we do 9 of the poker deck down beneath, and then we flip the bottom of cards, and with the tarots, we do 2 from the top and 2 from the bottom. Okay, so this is about connections. Let's make sure they're upright. CS, what's he feeling for Alyssa? Okay, to get it started, Alyssa, we've got a bit of backwards and forwards energy going on with CS at the moment. 1 minute it's sort of like shut down and nothing to do with you, and then the next minute there's some sort of thoughts and plans and what you want to do, followed by we've got this like, is it done? Is it finished? And then we got a reopening of this energy again, and then we got like, not sure. So you got black, red, black, red. Well, I know the cards aren't black and red, but we got purple and pink here, but you know what I'm talking about. And then we got black again. So this is showing a very, and I feel that because this reading's for you, Alyssa, this is how you've been feeling. You don't know whether you're coming or going with him. You don't know whether, you know, is he trying to reach out? Does he want to get involved? And then you think, no, this is done. I'm finished. I'm finished. So I feel that your energy is 1 minute you're thinking, no, I've learnt my lesson with this person. This is not going anywhere. And then you start to think about plans that you might have. Was this a person you went and seen their pig or something like that? They got a pet pig. I think that was you, wasn't it? That told me about going and seeing the pig. Anyway, yeah. So I feel that you are very torn. Like, do I just let this guy go and move on and start looking for something else? Or do I keep sort of just lingering on and see what's there with us? Because it feels really good when we were together, having drinks, listening to music, whatever, visiting the pig. it felt good. But then you're like, I don't know, I don't want to go running around in circles. Your problems with this is there's no communication. You've got a black 5 here. There's just no communication going on. You're not expressing what you want, and he's not expressing what he wants. It's sort of all of this, oh, is it this, is it that, getting readings, trying to work out what's going on. And we'll just repeat that. I set the timer to make sure that I'm on track. I've got you want your heart open. You want to have something. This is sitting in your challenge area of what you're wanting. You're wanting to connect. You're wanting to have something with this person. There's no communication going on. If you don't reach out and talk, nothing's going to happen, okay? In the middle here, we have the possibility. This is what you're dreaming and hoping for. We do have a possibility of some kind of connection going on between the two of you. Hey there to the newbies, busy on a donation reading at the moment. You need to get a plan in order here. I just feel like nothing's getting planned, nothing's concrete. It's just sort of taking a chance, going out to the club and hoping that he's there, or him going somewhere, hoping that you turn up. Your outcome at the moment, unfortunately, is showing me no movement. This is usually where somebody just gets cut out of the picture. This is where the plans are just not gelling together. So his thoughts and feelings, I do feel that he's not sure what you want, and he's not sure how to approach things, and nobody's talking. You sub, thank you very much. All right. All right, so we have, he feels that you are desirable, but you are upside down. If you were upright as the Empress, this would be, oh my God, I can't get enough of her. But because it's upside down, he's not sure where he sits with you. You know, do you want to be his friend? Do you want to have some benefits on the side? Do you want to disconnect altogether? Do you want to hook up and just go out to different things and be like brother and sister friends? Or do you want to be more than that? Because I think he's already said in the past, I think you're stuck in the past here. You're circling the past here about what you had, what you thought you were going to have, but it's all sitting in the past with where it was going, Alyssa. The other things that you need to know, and time and patience is here. I feel like he's waiting. He might be waiting for you to make a move, to do more than smile and chat and feel good and then go home and think about it. This is the patience, the waiting game going on. But are we waiting for a complete end or what? Because you've got worlds sitting here. So I feel that the longer you wait to talk, to say, you know, do you feel that in the future, and I'm not talking about 10 years away, you're talking about in this year, do you feel you could have a proper where we're just exclusive to each other, or are you just happy to have this fly by night, hook up together, hang out together? But yeah, if he's not willing to concrete something, because this has been going on for quite some time between the two of you now. Yeah. Anyway, that's what we've got. Thank you for the donation. Up next, we have Chris with her donation. All right. Chris, so what were we doing for you? Are we doing 2 minis for you, Chris? One on April. You said you wanted a general for April, or is that a detailed reading? What was that payment, Chris? Do you have 2 questions, 2 minis, or what are we doing? There we go. There's Stream Elements. A detailed for April. Okay. Now, remember what happened last time where I tried to do things and everybody was in the reading, because you had, I think it was 2 funerals, you had the driving thing, you had, you know, like there was a whole load of different things that all came in from everybody. So we're specifically going to do a detailed reading, and we put my left side, I'll split the deck, and the left-hand side will be focused on you, your career, financial situation, where you're living, your work, your career, that sort of stuff, money, financial, career, all of that. And then on the other side, more looking at personal type things directly at you. We'll do it that way, I think. Would you like it that way? Instead of just doing the one and trying to jump between the two and saying this could mean this, but it could mean that. You know, because if I do it all in one, then I've got to go over it. The only other way is to do the full reading, the full spread, and do it in regards to your working situation first, and then start again and with the same cards and read it if it means anything to do with you and your love life and your health and things like that. Yes? Which way do you want it? 2 separate, like 2 minis either side of the table, or one big detailed one, and I'll read it 2 ways. It's up to you. Sounds like a kitchen, doesn't it? Do you want it fried 2 ways or do you want it baked? You want the full spread option. Okay, yeah, we'll do it that way. Okay, so for everybody watching that's new here, this is now a donation for a detailed reading. Information is on the screen about the payments, and Cash App and PayPal are available. Now, if we do have any newbies and I get time after this reading, I will do not a question, but I will do a star sign for free. And I'll just give it a quick example for Foxy. Foxy, you are Aries, so this is what Aries gets today. Foxy, what was the date? What was the day? I can't remember the day. Is it the 4th or something? The 3rd or the 4th? We've just had another donation come in from Alyssa, another $10. I'll need the question, Alyssa. What I'm mainly using is this poker deck, a normal poker deck. I've been reading this since I was 16 years old. What actually happened was I was at a friend's house. They were Macedonian. The mother was in the kitchen and she had a poker deck and she told me to shuffle it up. And then she spread it out in this special, like she did a cross and then she filled it all in. And then she was speaking in another language and her daughter was translating what she was telling me. And I went, oh, she's telling like doing future and stuff and things that have happened. And then her mother went out in the garden and that, and I picked up the cards and I shuffled them as a 16-year-old with no training whatsoever. And I started reading. And then the woman come back in and she reckons that I was some kind of witch or something because she'd learnt from when she was 3 years old. She was trained by her grandmother and her mother, and it was a big thing in their family, and she's never seen anyone just pick the cards up and do them. But I'd already been delving into things where I could see spirit forms, or I would get messages during my dreams about a car crash or a building that was going to be built. And yeah, so all these different things. But yeah, I'm reading with the, oh, O'Neill's turned up. O'Neill, I've got a detailed reading to do for Chris, and then I've got a mini for Alyssa. So yeah, we can fit you in. We may be shutting it off after that. So O'Neill, welcome to my new channel. Hi. All my old regulars are starting to find me. This deck here, I can't tell you what it is. What I could do is when I get home, if you come back to the channel, I'll take a picture with, I don't know if you can screenshot that. If you can screenshot that, screenshot it, go to Google and say, look for it, upload the picture and look for it, and it will tell you the name of this deck. I don't have the box. These were given to me on my 40th, 20 years ago. 20 years ago, I got these from my husband. They're my most favorite deck. They're the ones that I link to. But yeah, I read these. All right, let's get on with it. So we've got Alyssa, a donation. Oh, Dolce Bella Luna. Okay, so we won't be doing any freebies by the looks of it. Dolce Bella Luna. Yeah, we will be looking at, if O'Neill, if you're doing a donation, I've already spoke to you in email about the prices, and Dolce Bella Luna, which is meh. I've already told you the new thing that we're doing. So do your donation. The mini readings are now $10 US paid to the new information on the screen. So yeah, let's get on with it, because Alyssa, hang around, let me know what your question is. Foxy, if you could get the questions coming up on the screen for me. So Chris, we're doing a detailed reading on April for you. So I'll stop talking to everybody about everything else, so I can get on with this. And we'll be closing after Meh's reading today. So if O'Neill makes a donation and Meh makes a donation, then that will be closed, I'd say, for today. We'll see how we go when I get there. All right, so Chris, here we go. Where's my 8? 9 will do. Focus on Chris only. Crystal. Crystal. We're going to be reading it 2 ways. Detailed reading 2 ways. What's coming for Chris in her romantic relationship? And I'm thinking about your guy in my head. Who might be reaching out to Chris during April? Also, her career, if there's anything here to see about her career. I knew when I looked at about that other career and you said it was set and you were going to start, I knew that something else was going to happen there, and it happened. Okay, so Crystal, career, Crystal, we just want to see, focus on Crystal. Okay, 2, 3, 4, 5. Now, I didn't nominate anyone, Chris, but we know the characters, you know, and especially if they come out, like if we seen the King of Spades sitting next to a Black 2, we'd have to assume that that's good old L. Yeah, so we'll see what happens. So with people that are watching, a detailed reading is $18 US paid to PayPal or Cash App. Information on the screen. What you get is 7 cards across the top, 15 cards on the bottom, and then we'll do 9 card spread here with the tarots and 1 from the bottom. So 10 of them, because a lot of people go to channels where they say how many cards they're getting. I don't know why. All right, Chris. Right now, we've got some ups and downs going on. There is definitely some kind of, we'll start with work and career first, and then we'll go into love life and all of that. Okay, so work and career, we have a government job here and a contract. You are sitting side by side with another female. You're looking at the contract, discussing the contract. You're extremely happy about the outcome of this contract. Now, it's something to do with irresponsibility. So I don't know if you're going to work in some kind of legal matters around a medical sort of thing, or it could be something to do with people's retirement packages. Or remember you told me something about working in, like, let's say it's a nursing home, and the people that come in there, you would be in charge of their financial circumstances and making sure that their legal rights are being obeyed. You know, so they give up their family home and they buy their spot, and you end up being in charge of how much of their pension gets taken per week, how much money has to sit in reserve or whatever. So it could be something to do with a nursing home, it could be a hospital, but I feel that this is representing medical. I don't think it's banking or insurance, but it could be. It could be like I think it's something to do with health. I'm getting a feeling that it's something to do with health. But yeah, you are definitely looking at the contract, going over it with a fine-tuned comb. We do have like a mother, daughter or son energy here, or brother and sister energy. So I don't know if it's working with a cousin, a family member, or whether the people that run the business. For example, there is a business out here where a lot of people that stay in their own homes, Chris, they get caregivers that come in. They get people that come in and do their lawn. They get people that come in and clean their house. They get people that come in to do their personal care. But there is all this legal stuff where the big guns, that the person owns the contract to the government, and then that person sends their workers out to the houses. I actually know the person that answers to the government. I feel either you're getting in this position up here with the government, and these people will be answering to you about who they're sending out, how much they're getting paid, and you investigate things. So I do feel that there's something very big coming. It's to do with government. I do feel it's medical, but it might be financial services like insurances or things like that. It can be something to do with veterans. I don't know why that came in my head, but it can be something to do with veterans and disabilities and things like that as well. But this is looking really good up the top. Your challenges in April, you don't really have any challenges apart from maybe a text message, an email, a letter or something from good old L. He's not actually showing up here, but you do have the black 2 and the recent separation, divorce, everything is him. The only other way of looking at it is it could be one of the others. It could be Smiley, Texas, or even C. But yeah, a challenge there. It's not a big challenge. It's just sort of a, hey, I've been thinking about you, and you're sort of like, haven't got time for this. It's just sort of a little bit of an annoying thing. Getting back to work first. What I should have done was set this for a half timer, which is fine. Okay, O'Neill's made his payment. I can see that on the screen. All right. He's paid the money I said for detailed. All right. For work, you've got the double contracts being signed. Very happy. This is where you need to be. Finally making a commitment to a new job. This is nothing negative. Going from something that was iffy to very solid. So I feel that on the job horizon, April's going to be the month for you. It's going to be phantasmagorical. Okay, moving forward with the work career type thing, it's not just you doing well. I feel that this might be related to Kay. This is the young energy. I don't usually see him as the spade, but I'm wondering whether the job that you helped him apply for and all of this sort of thing, I'm wondering if there's something involved with nighttime shifts, having to go and do things at night. So I can't remember what you said the job was that he's doing. But this is doing very, very well, and it's like bonuses or money, more than expected with money. Moving right along, we have you doing the movement. So I feel like you're still moving. You've got 777s here, so this is movement, some kind of movement. Because something doesn't work for you. So let's say this new job, everything's perfect, but once a week or once a month, they want you to spend a whole weekend, or they want you to arrive on the Thursday and be leaving on the Saturday afternoon or something like that once a month. And you're looking at what that's going to involve for you if you drive or whatever. So I feel that there might be a little bit of a hiccup with this job for one of the requirements, that you need to sort of adjust things, but you fix it up. Like the 7 of Hearts telling me it starts to come together. Your outcome cards in regards to work, we've got up and down energy going on. We've got even Steven going on with money. This is you feeling quite contented. You're making your plans for your movements for the future. So whatever this is, it looks like it's more than a couple of months or even a year. This looks like it's a pretty long-term sort of decision you're making here with all of this. And then there's a dissolving of something going on in April. So some other, let's say 2 jobs come in April, which is very possible with what I'm seeing here with the 2s everywhere and that. It could be that you were going to go with this one particular job, this other one come in, it's too good to miss, and you've said no thank you to this, and you've taken that out of the picture. The buzzer's ringing, so what we'll give you now is another 5 to look at this in respect to relationships and health. Okay, in relationships, we have you and a close friend or a cousin. It looks like he's going to visit somebody that's in hospital. I feel like it's something to do with a brother or a child or something. This is just telling me that everything's going to be fine. It could be some incident where they did something stupid, irresponsible, like rode their bike without a helmet on, they fell over, and now they had to go to hospital and be checked out. It's just saying that everything's fine. It could be something like they decided, let's say it was a teenager or someone very young that's never had anything to drink or anything. Maybe they got involved and had a drink or something and it's made them very sick. But yeah, it does look like you and a cousin or your mum or somebody close that you're going, and it's somebody related to one of you. Well, if it's your cousin and that, it's related to both of you. The other way of looking at it is you and a good friend are discussing C from the past. So maybe you hear something from him. Maybe he wants to talk about someone that passed away. I think you said that his mother or someone passed away last year. So there may be something that comes up. It's a nice, happy result. You're sitting here feeling like, oh, I really enjoyed that chat. I'm happy I could help. But there's some other female involved there, but I think that may be somebody that passed away that this person wants to talk about. Okay, so that's one thing there. The other thing I'm seeing, the challenges in April in regards to relationships or health. I just feel like sometimes you haven't got time, or the other person hasn't got time, but you pull it together because you've got the commitment to the promise of the future and you've got the soulmate card here. So there's a little bit of a rocky energy at times, but it's not major. It's nothing major. There's no skeletons in the closet that are going to scare you or anything like that, like what's happened in the past. This is pulling it together. So the relationship card looks very nice. I don't see challenges around that. I do feel that you need to allow other people to help you more. That's what I feel. Okay, in the middle here in regards to health or relationships, there's something where that may have been misdiagnosed, like you were told it was something bad and it's actually not, and this is entertainment purposes only. It's like being on the right medication or eating that right food or getting that right exercise, and everything starts to go well in regards to your health. In regards to a relationship, you do have two energies here. Someone that you feel that they never will listen, and the other person also the same sort of thing. You're starting to see people from the past line up where they may have extreme differences in the way they look or what they do for work, but you're starting to see that a lot of them have a pattern, or a couple of them have a same pattern. But yeah, it's sort of like, oh my God, I just heard about blah, blah, blah. They'll never learn. They'll never learn. It's something like that. And for some reason, I'm feeling G, Smiley, is coming through. So he may be reaching out for some reason and saying sorry or whatever, but it's still the same scenario going on there. Your outcome in regards to relationships and everything. There's a lot of discussions, but there's something in regards to past relationships and everything. I mentioned that this would be L if it come out. It's like it's supposed to be a 10 that it's done. This is telling me for him, he's still not giving up for some reason. Don't know why. Or I do know why, because you're gorgeous and you're intelligent and anyone would give their right leg to be with you. Okay. Anyone asking, I don't do free readings, guys. But yeah, and if I had time, I don't know if I'm going to get time. I've got a couple of readings on the books here. So O'Neill paid. I think he paid for detailed. So that's Minnie. So we need Alyssa's question next, but we'll just do these for you, Chris. This is a detailed reading I'm doing. Detailed readings are $18 US. But I'm doing a mini next. So if you want to hang around and watch the minis are $10 US. When I'm finished, if I can, I won't ask a question, but if you give me your star sign or your first name, so like I'd say Betty, or I'd say Cancer and 14 because 14th of July. If you give me that, I'll shuffle these and just literally pull out 3 cards and give you some messages, but I'm not asking questions, okay, for free. All right, Chris, let's finish this off. What else does Chris need to know for April? So it's looking pretty good in April, especially the job front. I do feel you're going to be definitely finished with something, but because it's a 9 and not a 10, whoever or whatever it is not finished with you. So even if, like I said, if there's 2 jobs, Chris, and one of them comes in after the other one that you thought you wanted, this one that you say no to now because this is better, to you, that's finished and gone. But don't be surprised if down the track they reach out and say, look, we're just wondering if you're still interested. They may come back, only because there was a 9 there. 9 can mean severing of ties, but sometimes for me, 9 means it's not completely done. Oh, so you want a detailed one, Alyssa. Okay. Yeah, I haven't looked at PayPal. Did you send a PayPal or Cash App? Chris, can you check that for me, please? All right. This is for Chris. Okay, Chris, for April. Yeah, all about work. Work, work, work. Lots of work, lots of money coming in. Everything seemed to be very balanced. Your challenge areas, we do have trying to make your mind up which way you want to go. It does look like you'll make a decision. Balancing what you need to do, where you need to go, what you need to do. This could be you not just sorting yourself out. This could be you helping Kay at the same time. I just feel like it's a bit of a juggling act going on. We also have a contract upside down here. So this again, I feel, is you will be making a firm decision. If there's 2 or 3 jobs on offer, you will be making a firm thing that, no, I'm not interested in that one. There's some kind of celebration going on in April. I feel like this is quite big. This could be you going to a wedding, an engagement, a 21st, a 30th. It could just be going out and saying, I want to celebrate the new job and everything's just going so well. We do have the Empress in reverse. I feel that you are the Empress. I just feel that when she's in reverse, it could be where you're just feeling a little bit worn out. You've been just putting too many pieces of yourself too far spread out, like you need to just tame it in a little bit. And I also feel like you're refusing to let yourself stop. 4 of Swords, as you know, is taking time out, resting, recuperating. I feel when you're doing this and this is upside down, I just feel this is you going, no, I'm fine, I've got to get this done and everything. Just sometimes we need to just stop. Yeah. If we looked at this in love life, I feel that this is somebody that wants you, but they don't want you in a way. They want you in a sexual way. They think you're hot and you're sexy and all of this sort of thing. And it's sort of like, look, talk to the hand, not interested in this stuff. But I think that it doesn't matter where you go, you get interest from people. Remember, I can't remember her name. She used to come to the channel all the time. And she was just gorgeous like you. And she was psychic as well. And I remember she was dating that guy and he wanted her to put some grey stuff in her hair and not put any makeup on and dress really old when they went to these shows and everything. And I went, why? Like, that's being fake. That's not you, and it was all his insecurities about her. I feel like there's someone that might want you for themselves or something, and they're insecure about how good you are, how beautiful you are, and stuff like that. I'm not sure who that energy is, Chris, but and I don't think it's Kay. But yeah, I just feel like it's more to do with you needing to take time out. Your ending cards are the High Priestess, listening to yourself, listening to your own intuition. What do you want to do? Also, the Nine of Pentacles. Now, Nine of Pentacles, as you know, sometimes I feel that this could represent cesarean birth, babies being born, some kind of medical procedure being done, especially when it's with a 3. We have the 3 of Pentacles and the 9 of Pentacles together. Normally, that's something to do with a pregnancy. It can be to do with, especially with the Empress in the middle upside down. And this sometimes, when I first got a deck of tarots, I just felt that this could be a psychologist or even some kind of therapist of some kind. Yeah, so I feel that this may have something to do with medical female issues coming up. If it is, this is working together with your practitioner and working on a new journey of where you're going with this. But I'm liking it. I'm liking everything that I'm seeing here. Nine of Pentacles to me, remember I said about this job and government and possibly medical. I'm feeling medical around it, and I gave you examples before. I feel that that would be talking about possible what we call in Australia superannuation funds. So it might be a message about that, where you would be working in a team on something like that. Anyway, thank you, Chris, and thank you for coming and helping out again. Okay, up next we have Alyssa. Just what does CS want? This is detailed reading. Okay, guys, we're doing detailed reading now. Detailed reading. Alyssa, I'm going to write you an email that I've wrote all my regular subscribers and payers, donators, just for future reference. Anyway, Foxy, remind me in WhatsApp to contact Alyssa about her payment for future reference. Okay. All right. So here we go. And it's nothing bad. It's in your favor. It's good, Alyssa. Okay. So we start off with 9 and then we give you a couple of extra minutes. All right. Here we go. Okay. So what's CS's star sign? Do you know? Alyssa, let me just pause. Instead of me just saying CS, what is CS's star sign? Oh, and Chris, that thing I was telling you about with my tummy and everything, what was going on the other day. Yesterday it was still there, and this morning it's still there, but it's slowed. I have no idea what it was, apart from it possibly was the roast vegetables I did, which, you know, they were washed, the pan was washed, the heat was on, and even if you let it go cold and you eat it, I don't think you can get sick from like pumpkin and sweet potato roasted, cold or hot. So, and the salmon was fresh. I've had 2 other pieces of it with no problem. The only thing I can think of is the rock melon, which I think is called cantaloupe. It looks like a weird rough texture on the outside, and it's orange melon inside. Okay, I won't start the reading until I see what this truck is doing, because they make a lot of noise. Sagittarius CS, Sag. So after this, we've got O'Neill up next. So you want to know more information about CS. Okay. Let's get started. CS the Sagittarius. What exactly does he want with Alyssa? CS Sagittarius. What exactly is he wanting? If he could have it his way, what does he want with Alyssa? I hope you're prepared for what I might see here. 3s and 5s will be sexual energy. 2s will be more of a proper relationship type thing, but 3s and 5s will be sexual. What does he want? If he could have it his way, what would he like to happen between him and Alyssa? First 2 cards out. Oh, followed by 2. Okay. 3, 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, 1. We've got all the 3s and all the 5s. So he's a man. He's attracted to you. His first thoughts are he wants to, but he knows that you want more than just that. Okay? This is also cards that represent something that already happened, something that he thinks about and he wants more. Okay? This here is saying that he's quite happy to have this, you know, think of the 10 as gathering of people at the club, listening to music, having something to eat. He's quite happy that when you're in a crowd of people to look like you two are together. The reason I say look like is because this is not hearts. This is not a romantic connection. This is a sexual connection. This is more of it's almost like a business connection, you know, getting involved with, I think he said he's a performer of some kind, singer or in a rock band or something, DJ, I don't know. We have this, he does get very jealous. So if you go out next time and just talk to some other male, you know, just have a little, oh yeah, it's really nice weather outside, isn't it? You know, just have a general conversation with some of the male if he's there. This would be jealousy. He gets very jealous with, you know, if you're with other people and stuff. He also feels that the type of woman you are and his crowd and what he does, it doesn't sort of fit too well sometimes. Okay? He's got some secret things going on as well where he can tend to tell a few lies here and there. What's challenging him towards you? He knows that you want surprise. You want to be in some kind of, this is almost like you want a concrete certificate signed on the dotted line that you promise yourself to me. We're exclusive to each other. We're going to be together. We're going to end up getting married. We're going to have a house together or whatever. So his challenges to be with you and do things with you is that he knows that you want more than just hanging out, hooking up, having a role. I'm not being crude, but you know what I mean. So he knows this is a challenge for him because I don't feel he's there. He's got a sexual parts, which again is something to do with what used to be, what you did, where you were before. You met each other, you liked each other, you felt something for each other, you took it to whatever level you wanted to take it to, and then it got sticky. So the challenges are being this, not just this. So I don't think he's sure that he wants to commit to anything. And it's not just you. I just don't think he wants to commit to anything at this point. I do remember something we did where we looked at a previous relationship he had, which kind of burnt him a bit. So, and I do believe she was a totally different character to what you are. All right. In the middle of where he would like things to go, we have sex, sex, and more sex. Unfortunately, I know you were wanting to know more than this. He really desires you. He really likes being with you. He feels good when he's with you. It's his desire to take you places, to be with you, and to have an end result, not just, oh, hey, it was nice seeing you, see you next week. So I do feel he knows that the door is closed with the sex thing. We've got an open door and a closed door here. And we've got another thing here, which can just mean he would like to have friendship, a close friendship that is more than just friends that hang out together. The outcome cards of what he thinks may happen. You'll like this. You've got 2, 4, 6. Now, you'll remember from my other channel, whenever I see 2, 4, 6 between a couple, it can mean a really good union together. It can mean a lifelong commitment to each other, or as long as it lasts. We do have in the future making a concrete plan with you. taking the right steps to do the right things, making plans together for some kind of future, more going out or going to visit parents or whatever. We do have a black 4 where it just feels that something with the past unresolved or something here. So your 4 is black at the moment. Your 2, 4, 6 isn't complete. And then we have this 2. So if that was red, I'd say it's a really good down the track kind of outcome. But he wants to have that fun and be with you as in a friendship that is more than just that, but without being saying that we are an item, we are together, saying that we are good friends, but we are exclusive as far as anything physical goes. So I don't know if you'd be up for that, but you need to have the conversation. Okay. I know a person that has a friends and they help each other out. He has financial situation that can help her when she needs, and they see each other on a very, very regular basis, nearly every day. If they don't see each other, they talk to each other on the phone. And she hasn't got much money, and he has. But they are not boyfriend and girlfriend. They are not exclusive. So if he finds somebody else, go for it. If she finds somebody else, go for it. And they do realize that if they find somebody else, that this thing will probably stop. But I don't feel that's that with him. He wants to do the relationship where you hang out, you hook up. That's what I'm seeing. And that's why I announced that the 3s and the 5s would be sexual energy, and the whole lot were there. So let's see what we get in the tarot. What if CS, the Sagittarius, could have everything he wanted? Oh, this is upside down. That was victory that dropped out. If he could have what he wants with Alyssa, what would that be? And where would it go as we go through time? Where would it go? Outcome cards are sort of down the track, further on down this year. Where would he see things going if he has things the way he wants them with Alyssa? What's his plan? I just don't think he makes plans, to be honest. All right. Sitting in the challenge area at the bottom of the deck, which is far away in the distance, we do have more than the Page of Cups. And it's not the cheater. It's not the player. We do have the Knight of Cups. As you know, Page of Cups is a weekend fling, a roll in the hay, and then I'll see you next week or I'll see you next month. The Knight of Cups is someone that wants to take it to the next level, but not yet. Okay, so he does think that if it feels right, if you two gel, then yeah, it probably would be something more. The challenges he has with you is this hermit thing. I feel this is your energy, not allowing to, if you feel like it and you feel that it's fun and you enjoy it, like be with this person in every way you want to be, forget about what other people think about it. So I feel that this hermit energy, it could be a Virgo, I don't know. But I feel that this hermit energy is saying that he feels that you withdraw from things and you think too much about everything. We do have 7 of Swords. He feels that you're concerned about cheating going on. There's flirting, but not cheating. If he was with you in a more type of full of relationship, he feels that you think that you would be cheating or he would be cheating or stuff like that. But it is in reverse. So to me, when I see it in reverse, to me it's like it can be a white lie, not a full white lie to hurt anybody, or white lie, a bit of some of the information, not the full information. The other one is the Page of Cups in reverse. He feels his challenge is not having this Page of Cups energy first to then see if it's going to go to the Knight of Cups. So you've got to start at the beginning. You can't just, think that it's going to be solid relationship because we've done something or whatever, I remember one client, she was seeing this person, and she said, "Are we now in a relationship?" And said, "Oh no, we haven't kissed. We've just talked to each other and gone out places." And then she said, when they kissed, she said, "Oh, so we're together now." Well, no, we've just had a kiss and a cuddle, and so then when they did the deed, are we? Well, yeah, I suppose we are. So, like there's a process. Everybody has a process. Some people want that process to be you meet each other and then they say, "Okay, we'll take it to the next level because you're now my girlfriend, okay, or you're my boyfriend." He feels like what he wants is stressing you out, stresses him out because there's too much complication around it. We also got a 3 in the middle. I did say that 3s would represent to me a sexual energy. It's upside down. So moving forward, this is sort of like, I like hanging around you, but no to that. We also have this inviting you. He wants to invite you somewhere. He wants to take you somewhere. He's willing to wait. The outcome, like down the track, is time will only tell. We do have the Hierophant, but it is in reverse. Unfortunately, it's not upright. Hierophant is something more solid. It's like basically like a full-on relationship, a marriage, de facto relationship. It is in reverse, so I don't feel that he sees it being any more than hanging out and having fun. And he likes you. He thinks you're sexy. He thinks you're fun. You know what I mean? He also is, this temptation card is in reverse. So I feel like he knows that if he tries to persuade you and everything, he's going to get a full stop. So that's where we're at with you and CS. Hopefully that's helped. I will send you an email about the payment that you made because my regulars and that there is, anyway, there's something I need to tell you. All right, up next we've got O'Neill. Have we got anything after that, or are we done? Oh, Meh. Did Meh end up making a payment or not? Let me just see if I've got it on here. Nope. It's not showing on there. O'Neill, detailed love reading. Ooh, okay. So Meh made a payment. Okay, so Meh is next. I'm assuming it was for a mini. Was it for a mini reading? I'm just going to freeze for a minute while I go and check this thing. She actually wrote her question. Oh, the question's there. Okay. Yeah. Okay, we're back. Okay, O'Neill and a generalized love reading. Oh, I'm getting that pressure in my ears. Hang on. Lately, I've been getting this pressure thing. I think it's because I'm coming down from those that supplement thing I was taking, and it was helping with the vestibular thing and the migraines. All right, here we go, O'Neill. Starting to get bright as well. O'Neill, love reading for O'Neill. Love reading for O'Neill. Do you want the good news or the bad news? Oh, O'Neill. We have an energy of someone in the past, very black. This person is hurt or angry or hateful, or usually this person is everybody's friend, very bubbly. What it can mean is not that you did anything. It can mean that this person coming into your world has been very, very badly hurt. Now, I do know a few people that get involved in relationships with someone who's had something very bad happen to them. Um, this is almost like someone that's had something violent happen. Um, you can turn into a rescuer, O'Neill, but I just feel that you would get very involved trying to make this person smile, make this person feel better. You can't believe what happened to this person. Your heart gets very involved here. I just don't feel it's the right company for you. So let's say you were a vegetarian, for instance, and then you meet this person who's had a lot of damage going on. I do feel they may be suffering from some sort of loss or grief of some kind. Um, this would tell me that if you were vegetarian, they would want you to cook steak for them on the barbecue, and they would want to go out to restaurants with meat and, you know, but let's say you're one of these vegetarians that you can't even cook it, you can't touch it. And so I feel this 8 is showing me that this person is not your usual character. So if you normally go for long-legged redhead people, um, this might be a short brunette, or a short hair, short legs, blonde. Okay, so I just feel that this person you could get attached to has some kind of trauma there, and it's also where you would get into this rescue mode. You'd have to constantly assure them that you're not going to do this and you're here. Or okay, so your problems with relationships, what have we got? Relationships. You've got the two of you looking at each other here. This is a nice connection, but the person is not saying what they need to say. And there's something in their past sitting here that's still connected to them. So I feel that the person you would be involved with has a partner in the background that's not done, not going away. There may be a child as well. There may be a child in the background that there's a fight going on about this child or something like that. Moving forward, it does look like a bit of romance. You're there. You're ready, O'Neill. You're ready to give your heart. You're ready to take something on. And you recently told me that you work in medical. I wonder if it's something to do with where you work, that you're going to end up with somebody where you work or through where you work. So that could mean that changes everything, because I just remembered where you work. It could be someone that comes in for a test and they've been injured or something like that. And through them, you have conversations and that, and you meet them somewhere else. And yeah, so it could be through your work, because you've got diamonds and things here and 5s, and that tends to mean work. You do have a nice surprise coming in through work. But when we're looking at relationships, the 6 is good if you've got kids or they've got kids, and you're taking care of responsibility in that way. But when you're looking for love and everything, this is sort of like where you don't just get involved with the person, you become like their rescuer and their caretaker kind of thing. Oh, O'Neill, the tap is broken and thing. Do you know how to fix that? And then you fix that. Oh, my car broke down. Can you come and pick me up? Like it's sort of like where you're their caretaker, not just in a relationship. So I'm not seeing this romantic bubble or anything. I'm just seeing it's work. There is nice times. This is where you're seeing plans paying off. This is where you're together discussing what you want to do. You are making a concrete plan, but there's still this black 8. Just think of the black 8s. Like, do you have like in previous, I don't know how many relationships you've had. You're only a young fella. But in previous relationships, do you tend to go for the same person? Like at the end of it, you think, oh my God, that was exactly like the other one. I do know, like, I've been in a long marriage, but anytime I've met up with somebody and my boss was Virgo, my husband's Virgo, my friend's husband, who I was very connected to in conversations and everything, very nice person, was Virgo. I tend to have a radar for Virgo people, even though Virgo and Cancer is not the great match. Well, it must be an okay match. I mean, 42 years, but yeah, I'm just wondering whether you go for this same energy. You keep, do yourself a favor if you read, and this goes to everybody on the channel. If you haven't done it already, read the book called The Journey of the Soul. It's written by a psychiatrist about taking someone back, and it will explain what you're doing now. Okay, what's happening? You've dated a few girls, but they all have ship was a month. Okay. Okay. That's telling you something. They all have the same character. So you mean they've all got the same sort of look. Like if you like, who can pick? Cher. If you like the look of Cher when she was young and everything, you want that kind of look. You go for slim, tall, long, dark hair, exotic looking women. Or if you like the look of Dolly Parton. I know, sorry to use all these people that are ancient, but she's short with big bosom and curly hair and Texas accent, and it's time to go for somebody totally different. Totally different. So let's see with these, with your permission, I'm going to say if O'Neill looks outside of what he's been looking for, what will be the result? Can I look at that for you? And we'll give you another 5. Outside of the box. So let's say there's a nice woman, a nice person, and they wear glasses and they don't dress up very nice. You know, they might wear sweatpants or something. Yeah, so can we look at, yeah, all right, so let's do that. If O'Neill, we'll set it for 3 because I'll talk for longer anyway. Show me what will happen if O'Neill looks at people that he wouldn't normally go with. If O'Neill starts looking for a relationship in a different area, a different type of people, different area, what could happen with him in love? Oh, first card out's the 10 of Swords. Ah, okay. Bottom of the deck is the walls going up. The walls going up. I feel this is what you would be doing. Okay, so this would be, the 10 of Swords is your challenge for things. So this would be stopping yourself, basically. I mean, we like what we like. You know, like my husband has facial hair. And a few times in our marriage, he has shaved it off. I don't talk to him. I get very angry if he does that. It's just, it's my thing, and he knows it's my thing, and that's why he has it. And he kind of knows he looks better with it anyway. But yeah, that's my thing, hair on a man's face. Other women, oh no, they've got to be clean shaven, you know, and hair on the chest or something. Other women like, oh God, they're like a gorilla. So we all have things that, you know, like if I was single, would I be looking for someone that's got this and that? I would like that. But if I was having problems with that because they all tend to be bikers or murderers or whatever, yeah, so it was time to look at somebody, you know, like, and I like someone that's shorter. I'm not someone that would look at someone that's 6 foot tall. It doesn't interest me, even though my son's 6 foot tall. He's a good looking man. Not that I would be looking at my own son, but you know what I'm getting at. So I feel that this is you struggling with not doing what you normally do. Okay. Here is where you would let go of everything and move forward. It's in reverse. So again, you're struggling with letting go with what does O'Neill want in this person? What is he looking for? And here I feel like you feel that you wouldn't be you. This is you. You're looking for something. You're hoping this something would grow and last and blossom, but you would be not being yourself. You feel like you're not being true to who you are. I mean, you don't go for somebody like you definitely don't want to be with anybody that smokes or drinks. Well, going with somebody that smokes or drinks is not going to work for you. You know, it's going to annoy you. That's not what I'm talking about. I'm talking about, like, does their hair have to be black or does it have to be blonde or whatever? You can always buy a packet of dye, you know, or put sunglasses on to make it look darker if it's blonde. All right, we have your choices going to be few and far between. This is normally too many choices going on. This tells me that just coming to dead ends sometimes. You are wanting the Four of Wands person. You're wanting someone that's going to go long term, but you've got to start somewhere. So this is in reverse at the moment. It can also mean somebody that's getting a divorce but not divorced yet when I see this. You do have a beginning starting here. It could just mean you're going to have some more little brief kind of romantic interludes, but it's not going to lead to anything yet. Your outcome card is showing you putting the foot down here and deciding on what it is you want to have. Now, this could be representing the area of work this person does. They may work for a government body. So yeah, it might just be telling me the type of character they are. They're a heavy-duty thinker. They might work in accounts, taxation, or they might work with military or police or something like that. The other card is your cards are so negative about all of this. Sorry to laugh about it, but you got Seven of Wands, which is being stubborn and just not doing something, but it's in reverse again. So this is pulling down the barriers, pulling down what you've been doing and doing something different. Then here, stop stressing yourself about it. When it's meant to happen, it will happen. Maybe just it's your love life. It's been really bad. Maybe if you read that book, maybe you're here learning something. Maybe in your past life you were a Fabio and you had women falling off you, and or maybe you were someone like what's the guy that owns Playboy? Hugh Hefner. Maybe you had millions of dollars and had women everywhere, and just you could have what you wanted. And so this life, you're not meant to get someone. No, I just feel that maybe if you start looking outside the square. So I did ask if you look outside the square. I just feel that you won't be comfortable with it from what I just seen there. I'm just going to give you 3 of these just to see what could come, regardless of the way O'Neill approaches it. What could come? Just 3 of these. What could come towards O'Neill in love, regardless of which way he goes? This is trying to find the direction of what you need to do. This is feeling like you're lost. And then we got something very annoying here. I was hoping for some love bubble cards. Bottom of the deck, we do have the sun, so it may be a Leo. So in time, something will grow. Oh, bottom of the deck, we've got soulmate, in time, something growing, and wishes coming true. Okay, so it's not here yet. But at the moment, we're lost. Thank you, O'Neill. Sorry it wasn't brilliant, but yeah. Okay, on to our last reading, and then, yeah, it's 12:30 and people are starting to come out for the lunch, so I need to stop annoying people with my voice. All right, who have we got? We've got Meh. What was the question? O'Neill, when I get home, I'm going to focus on you. Send me an email with a picture of you, and I'm going to focus on you, and I'm going to send the perfect, tell me what it is you're looking for, what's the characteristics, and I'm going to try and send some balls of light your way. Okay, get someone to see you. I feel like you may be very quiet and sort of just not getting seen. Some of us get involved in our work and that we just fade into the background, and then you've got these other characters that just stand out with their chests out, and they're, you know, I feel that you may be like this little wilting flower in the background that's just not getting noticed, because I pick up good energy off you. Okay, let me go back and see where Meh's question. Meh, will you be able to work as a sterile processing tech, SPT? Mini reading on this. Oh, so you've completed your course, obviously, then, because you're looking for a job now. SPT. Okay, here we go. And this is the last reading, guys. I don't think there's been any more payments, so we're finished now. Okay. Will Meh. Oh, Meh. You're going to be very happy soon. Going to be celebrating. Will Meh be working in the field of SPT that she's applying for? Will she be getting work in that field? Sterilizing, what is it? Sterile processing tech. I'm going to say your name in my head. Oh, Will K. Will K. Okay, mini reading. Here we go. Good luck. I'm not really sure what that is. I'm thinking it's where you get instruments and that, and then you sterilize them all, and then you've got to put them in sterile bags and everything and send them off or whatever. I know when I've gone years ago, I haven't had my nails done since pre-COVID. I remember they had, when they were using stuff on the feet and that on other women, I noticed they would get these things out of sterile bags and that. Anyway, you will be in time. Your outcome cards will go straight to them. It's the job. We do have a black 3 in the middle here, so I feel like it's like a waiting game with it. You've got to make sure you're committed to what you want, because you do have a job sitting here. You have something to do with official. This can be some kind of government service, some kind of thing, following the rules. But this is the job and the process, the learning that you've done. This is you being happy with the job. This is a surprise coming in. But you've got to make sure that you can offer yourself and commit to what you're going to do. Not say, oh, I've got to go pick up the kids on Friday, or I've got an appointment here and there. So this would be doubting about your commitment to the job. If you commit to the job, you've got a contract sitting right there. Your problem area with this type of job, and it can be with something from your past, so somewhere you've worked before, or people that you know from the past, getting a job through them or with them. For some reason, you've got males everywhere here, so I don't know if you're going to work somewhere that's male dominated, because the places that I know that training you previously did was all to do with, majority was female, wasn't it? Okay, your challenges with it all are the workload and possibly working at night. I don't know if you want to work at night, and that might be a problem. But this is a workload that's too much, and this is where you're only able to do a certain amount of work. It can mean that the job you get, you want like 8 hours a day or whatever, but you can only get 4 hours twice a week or something like that to start with. But I do feel this is something to do with night work may be a challenge. Moving forward, again, we've got this card about not committing to something. And then we've got a change coming in. Again, we've got a male here, so I don't know why. There's a male in there. We'll get onto the tarot and get more information. Yeah, your outcome is showing the job and the money. This black 3 is usually where you let's say you want to get this job and you did the course with somebody else and you both want to get a job. At some point, you've got to do this just for you and not for this other person, and not go, oh, look, I'm not going to go and do that because then I won't be able to see this person. I know a lady that had a job, and then she got a second job, and she could do both jobs, have enough money. And then her boyfriend, he wanted her to give up this other one. Then when she lost this other job because of other circumstances, she didn't have this anymore because of him. So I feel that you do have work, but you've got to disconnect yourself from someone. So let's say that your mum, for instance, oh, I don't want you to go work there. I need you to come here to my house and do this, this, this. You'll have to disconnect from that for this job. Okay. All right. And let's see your tarot at the last minute. Okay. What will be happening with her working in the sterile processing tech type job? 3 from the top, 3 from the bottom to finish off. Okay, and we've got more people coming out now. You may have to travel. So you may have to move. You may have to do something about traveling backwards and forwards. You're going to be very tired, not have time to recover from things and be very tired. The money won't be great to start with, but you will build. You will get very, very strong. You will make a commitment to the job, and you do have a new beginning coming in. So your answer to your question, will you be getting a job in this sterile production tech type field? My answer is yes, but I do feel there's something you're going to have to let go of to be able to do it. If you're already working part-time somewhere just to get some money in, you might have to let that go to be able to do this job because you've got to travel or something. And if it's to do with somebody else that's holding you back, you're going to have to cut that loose. Anyway, everybody that's had a reading or been watching, these are all for entertainment purposes only. This is not a substitute for any professional or legal or medical or financial advice. And this is all at the viewers' own responsibility and to make their own decisions. Okay, thank you, everyone. Thank you, everyone that helped. And I'll catch everybody next time I go live. I'm not planning on doing live too much. I might do it again at the end of this week. I might not. So we'll just see how things go. I am planning on just be on the lookout. If I get the thing charged up and we go for a walk later on tonight, I will be going live but not doing readings. I'll just be videoing where I'm walking. I won't even be talking or anything. I'll just be videoing where I'm walking and uploading pictures of my walks. If we go different places, if we go the same place, there'll be one video. Anyway, I just thought I want to put some different things on my channel. And for everybody's information, the shorts that I've got on my channel, there is something of a market in West Sydney. I didn't go there. My daughter and her boyfriend were there, and I just said, send me a video of what's going on. And so she sent me the video of those guys singing and stuff. And the video of the fingernails, that's definitely not my fingernails. That is, again, my daughter's fingernails. Her boyfriend paid for them last year on her birthday. They were quite expensive. I'm not allowed to advertise who she got them done at. Yeah, that's copyright or something. I don't know. Anyway, I'm getting smoked out here. There's 6, 7 people smoking. It's all coming on me. So I'm going to move now. And the people that were eating down there, they're getting smoked out as well. They're going back inside. All right, take care. And thanks for joining us. Bye.